Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Okay. So those of you sitting in the back, we love when people are closer. Can you move up a little bit? I know it seems scary, but just do it. Just do it. Just make it feel like really comfortable and close, and we're all friends here, and let's get closer. That's it, yeah.
Are you waiting for me? Sorry.
Kinda. Yes, we were.
It's not 6:15 yet. It is. Not on that clock. It's 6. Are you serious? Can you not see that doesn't say 6:15?
I know. It's 6:15. Huh? What?
We can start now that Rob's here.
Yeah, but there's no Nigun.
Well, that's not a line.
Fair enough. Check.
There's a lot of tailors out here.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, including me.
Yeah.
Is that you?
All right. Am I on?
Okay. You're
Yeah?
gonna explain. Go ahead.
I'm going to explain. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
And Hag Sameach. We're a little
Chag
early.
Purim
Purim.
Sameach.
Purim's actually in another 24 hours, but it's great to see so many costumes. If you didn't get a costume, just so you know, we have costumes that people can put on if you feel left out because you didn't come in a costume. Our theme this year is dynamic duos. So I am Casual Travis. And this is Casual Taylor. You should read them your shirt because it's hard to see.
It says "Go Taylor's boyfriend."
Yeah.
My boyfriend's over there.
For those who don't know, so Travis Kelce went to Heights High. He did not graduate in 1989, but that's some of us. That's the best access to T-shirts that we get, are people who graduated in 1989. So we hope tonight's fun for everybody, and you have your groggers. Does everybody have their groggers? Yeah.
Let's hear them. There we go.
So there's gonna be plenty of chances to grogger, but we let's practice. We're gonna practice. We only grogger when we hear that one name, and we don't grogger at other times, right, Dylan? Right. What happens to you if you grogger at other times? A hole opens up under your seat and you get flushed down.
You fall through.
Right. All right. So if you hear the name Haman,
Ah!
huh? No, Audrey's doing. Good job. All right. So anytime you hear that name, right?
He who shall not be spoken.
He who shall not be mentioned, then you can grogger away. All right, we're going to start. We're going to invite Audrey up, a member of our board, to share a couple quick announcements with us, and then we'll get our service started.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
Shalom.
It's great to see everyone's costumes. Thank you in advance to the Schwab family for providing our candle blessings and Kiddush tonight. Thanks to Rob Ross and Mickey for our music. If you need a seat at a Seder table or want to offer a seat, please call the temple office. Also, the religious school Passover candy sale ends March 31st. They are less than $400 away from their goal. If you would like to help them achieve this goal, please click on the link in the weekly email. And last, thank you to Sisterhood and Anita for the dinner tonight. And also thank you to the Sisterhood volunteers for making the delicious hamantaschen.
We invite the Schwab family up. In their wonderful costumes to lead us in our candle blessing and Kiddush. You won't need prayer books tonight. Thankfully, some of us brought props since we don't have hands for prayer books, but you can just use the screen. So that, yep. I think you should tell us what your costumes are also.
Well, we couldn't all,
Talk into the mic.
I guess we're all Disney and Pixar, I think.
Here, use the microphone.
We got Woody, Buzz Lightyear, Jessie, and then we have Mickey Mouse and Mike Wazowski.
Mike Gagowski.
Hodgepodge, but.
Well
All
done.
right. Ready?
Yep.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav b'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom.
And if you hold up the Kiddush cup.
If you'll hold up the Kiddush cup, we'll bless Kiddush together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav aratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yam techila lamikrae kadesh zecher l'tziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol mim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amen.
Thank you. You guys can take a sip if you want.
That's Miss Gazowski.
Wonderful. Thank you. You guys can please see me.
Gazowski.
So it is our Purim Shabbat, but it's also Ruach Shabbat, and on Ruach Shabbat we try to center ourselves. We try to have time to focus on those parts of our life and especially our week that allow us to be so blessed. And this week, the story of Esther, which we'll share the Megillah later, the story of Esther is all about relationships with other people, about how, in fact, we always remind everybody that in the book of Esther, God, the character of God isn't even in the book. It's all about how Esther and her uncle and the king and that man named Haman. Oh, you missed it. You were ready. Look at you. Dylan. It's all about how they interact with each other. So I want everybody to sit up straight. Let's take a deep breath. And think back on this week, on the people that you feel blessed to have in your life, the friends and the siblings and the parents and the kids, the people you spoke with, all the words that you shared. And let's bring the best of those into our sanctuary as we share our prayers together. We're going to do it with a little secret that we're going to let out tonight, which is going to surprise some of you. And that is that the story of Esther and King Ahasuerus is actually a very modern story of two very Jewish famous people who are proud of their Jewish heritage, but due to their fame, they hide it sometimes. So we're officially announcing that King Ahasuerus Kelsey and Queen Esther Swift tonight will be their story. But you have to keep it a secret after today. Yes? All right. So let's start by welcoming each other with the words of Hine Matov. Let's sing together with all of our joy and excitement for Shabbat and Purim. Hine Matov.
Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Again.
Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it is
how sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it is
how sweet it is
to be together on this
day.
Hine ma tov umanayim shevet achim
Gam
gam
yachad,
Hine ma tov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum, Shalom Aleichem,
Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it is
how sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it is
how sweet it is
to be together on this day. Hine ma tov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad.
I forgot to mention that we're also joined on the Bima this evening by Sporty Smurf. Also been Jewish his whole life.
And
but-
Ken on piano.
Yeah, that's right. Lakado D is our prayer to welcome Shabbat into this space. And so we'll turn to our screen once again. And at the end of this prayer, we'll face our door, welcome Shabbat as a bride into this room.
Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Penei Shabbat Nekabela Shamor Bezachor V'diburecha Hishmianu El Hamyuchad Adonai Echad Ushemo Echad L'Shemu Tiferet L'Tila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Penei Shabbat Nekabela Likrat Shabbat Lechu v'nelcha Ki mekor haberacha Merosh mikedem nesucha Sof maaseh b'mashkevat techila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Penei Shabbat Nekabela
Please welcome Shabbat by facing the entrance to your home or the entrance to our sanctuary.
Boi v'shalom Ateret bala Gam b'simcha U'b'sola Toch emuneh Am segula Boi
Adodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Penei Shabbat Nekabela
The Baruch Hu.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed La 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 Ya la la ya la 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 ya la ya la.
For cities and towns, factories and farms, flowers and trees, sea and sky,
Together.
Adonai, we praise you for the world and its beauty.
For family and friends, neighbors and cousins.
Adonai, we thank you for friendship and love, for kind hearts, smiling faces, and helping hands.
Adonai, we praise you for those who care for others. For making us one family on earth, God, we praise you, who made all people different yet alike. Ya la la ya la 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 ya la ya la la la
Baruch atah Adonai Hamari Aravi.
Each person has a Torah unique to that person, his or her innermost teaching.
Some seem to know their Torahs very early in life.
And others spend their whole lives stammering, shaping, and rehearsing them.
Some are long, some are short.
But every soul has a Torah.
To hear another say their words of Torah is a precious gift.
Ya la la ya la 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 ya la ya la la.
Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Focus together on our Shema.
Shema Yisrael. Shema, Shema Yisrael. Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Adonai, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael. Shema, Shema Yisrael. Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod. Kevod Malchuto. Kevod Malchuto. Leolam Vaed. Leolam. Leolam.
Shema, Shema Yisrael. Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Adonai, Adonai Echad. Adonai, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Adonai, Adonai, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated. Unless you are a student in our religious school, we're going to invite our students in our religious school up. Anybody who wants to help lead in Via Hafta? Come on up.
You can look at the screen. It's right there.
Even the ones who live with me
Face
are
the
begrudgingly
screen.
doing it.
Face the screen.
You face the screen because it's up big on the screen. All right, everybody turn this way, face towards the screen. You ready? We're going to join with them, but they're going to lead us. Okay? You ready? Count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'lektecha v'derech u'shpecha
Leod al yadeha,
והיו לתוצפות בעיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו עשיתם את מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני
Adonai Elohim, asher עשיתם בארץ מצרים,
להיות לכם
אני Adonai Elohim.
Well done. You guys can return to your seats. Thank you.
I like Mike too. Sorry.
Please join me responsively with the words. The community will say together the words beginning with "and" in each phrase. We pray to be understanding to our enemies and loyal to your friends. Be generous to those who need your help. Be wise enough to know that you do not know everything. Be willing to speak of your joys. Be the first to congratulate an opponent who succeeds. Be loving to those who love you. Above all, be yourself. The words of Michamocha are words for freedom. We join together. The words from Exodus.
Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh vele, nora tehilot oseh vele.
מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה מרים. זה אלינו ואמרו, זה אלינו ואמרו.
Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh vele, Nora tehi lo dose fele.
One of the parts I love about the story of Esther is it reminds us that sometimes it only takes one, maybe two people, and they can change the whole state of a story. That the world seems to be dark and scary, and it just takes a couple people doing a couple things, and all of a sudden, an entire people are saved. And Purim is also about us having a lot of fun and getting outside ourselves and dressing up and being silly. And we say, and they say, we're supposed to be so silly or drink so much for some of us that we can't
Apple
tell.
juice.
We can't tell the difference between Haman and Mordecai. Good catch. Good catch. That was
There
nice.
you go.
Somebody was listening.
But sometimes one of the reasons that we do that is because sometimes we're too quiet and we need to speak up more and realize that our voice could be the voice that if we weren't too timid to say it, might be the voice that changes things. It might be the voice that helps people to find a sense of peace and comfort. And so we share these words, all of our voices together, Hashkivenu, that on this evening, especially, and every evening that follows, we find a shelter of peace over us.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamidenu shomrenu lechayim.
Spread
The shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamidenu shomrenu lechayim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamidenu shomrenu lechayim. 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 Lechayim.
God, give us the strength to forget evils over and done, history's falls and fouls, yesterday's frozen hope. And give us the strength to wait and time to hope, the strength to keep watch and rejoice as doves are hatched and babies are born. God, give us strength where we need it and where the world asks for it. We rise when we're ready. As we hear these words, when you feel moved by the prayer, we'll invite you to stand for the Amidah.
Adonai. Ananana satai tiftach. Ananana ufi agi. Ufi agi tehilatecha. Ananana Adonai. Ananana satai tiftach. Ananana ufi agi. Ufi agi tehilatecha. Ananana Adonai. Ananana satai tiftach. Ananana ufi יגיד, ופי יגיד תהילתך. אננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננננنנنנنน. יגיד, ופי יגיד תהילתך.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor HaNorah, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham, V'Ezrat Sarah. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני,
לחיי הכל אתה
רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ברופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל.
You can be seated if you'd like. Yeah. Our prayer for peace.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
Ki ata hu melech adon, lecha shalom. Ki ata hu melech adon, lecha shalom.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'einecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. tasim, tasim leolam, tasim leolam.
Please
Take
take a few moments for silent meditation.
Having shared our words for peace and the words that we needed to say for this moment, we now turn our prayers to those who are in need of healing, all of those who are in need of strength in this moment, whether it be a strength of body, of mind, or of spirit. Share the words of Misha Barak, and we'll invite you to share any names that you'd like to share as a part of this prayer in the midst of the 2 verses.
Misha Barak Avotenu Mikor Habracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
If there are names you'd like to share, please share them as I look around the room.
Charles Ross.
Kathy Meyerson, Albert K., Alan Siff. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor Habracha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with Refuah Shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. And let us say, Amen.
It is time to get our groggers ready. So stretch your arms out. Now remember that just because we know that Travis and Taylor have been Jewish their whole lives, after today you are not to say that to anybody else. This is their secret with us. We have the proof in the pictures, and we have a reporter here, so no, this is closed to the press. So have your groggers ready, but only do the groggers at the right time. So this is the story of the real Esther Swift and King Ahasuerus Kelsey. It happened in the days of King Ahasuerus, when King Ahasuerus occupied the royal throne in Shushan, the capital of Cleveland Heights. In the 3rd year of his reign, he gave a banquet for everyone in the land. Queen Vashti Cyrus was called to attend the party wearing her crown. But Queen Vashti refused to come at the king's command. She's a little stubborn, as she was informed by the assistants. Already at his party, what the king asked, shall be done to Queen Vashti for refusing to attend my Super Bowl party?" The king's servant answered, "Let your majesty make some other woman the queen, someone who is more worthy than she." And so in the capital Shushan lived a Jew by the name of Mordecai, also known as Coach Reed. He was foster father to Esther, his uncle's daughter, for she had neither father nor mother. Esther was taken to King Ahasuerus in his royal palace in the 10th month, which is the month of Tevet. And the king loved Esther more than all the other women, and she won his grace and favor more than all of the other women. So he set a royal crown on her head and made her queen instead of Vashti. But one of the king's courtiers was a man who wanted all the attention on himself, named Justin Timberlake. But everyone called him Haman. When Haman saw that Mordecai would not kneel or bow low to him, Haman was filled with rage, but he didn't want to punish Mordecai alone. When he found out who Mordecai's people were, Haman plotted to do away with all the Jews, Mordecai's people, throughout the kingdom of Ahasuerus. Haman then said to King Ahasuerus, "There is a certain people scattered and dispersed among the other peoples in all the provinces of your realm, whose laws are different from those of any other people, and who do not obey the king's laws. And it is not in your majesty's interest to let them be. My king, a law must be written for their destruction, and I will pay 10,000 coins of silver to the stewards for deposit in the royal treasury." Thereupon, the king removed his signet ring from his hand and gave it to Haman. The enemy of the Jews. And the king said, "The money and the people are yours to do with as you see fit." Now we're going to take a pause in our story to read from Hebrew Megillah. So we need two people to hold our Megillah up. Can we have, come on up? Let's have one more. Elliot, yeah, come on up. So one of the mitzvot of Purim is to read the whole Megillah. The whole Megillah. So while this is open, Cantor Kathy's going to chant a section. She's going to chant it from where she's sitting. She's going to chant a section from the Megillah. I'll show you the section that she's going to chant. And when you hear the name Haman in Hebrew, and you're going to use your groggers. So listen for it in the Hebrew. This is a beautiful Megillah that's been gifted to our congregation. So in order to get the mitzvah right, all of you are going to do the mitzvah. You're going to read this whole Megillah while it's right in front of you. While Cantor Kathy chants, keep going, Elliot, keep going. Look, we got the whole thing open. Oh, take that out. Got to get the whole thing open. All right. So she's reading the section from right here, this bottom paragraph. So if you look, all of you look really closely, you'll be able to follow along. All right. So make your ears big and get your groggers ready.
Vayar Haman Ki ein Mordechai Korya Mishtachava Lo Vayimale Haman Chema Vayiviz Meinav Lishloach Yad Mordechai Lavado Ki Gulo Et Am Mordechai Vayivakesh Haman Lahashmid et kol yadim asher b'chol malchut Ahashverosh Mordechai b'chodesh harishon hu chodesh Nisan bishnat shetei Mitzrayel melech Ahashverosh hapil pur hagora lifnei Haman Miyom leyom umechodesh lechodesh shneim asar hu chodesh Adar.
All right. Can you guys roll it back up carefully? Nope, it goes from this side. Yep, roll it carefully. All right, while they're rolling it, we're going to continue with our story because the story continues, and here's where it gets good. When Mordecai, also known as Coach Reed, hears of this plan, he put on sackcloth and cried out loud. Mordecai explains everything to Esther and tells her to go plead with the king for her people's lives. She replies, I shall go to the king, though it is against the law, and if I am to die, I shall die. As soon as the king saw Queen Esther standing in the court, she won his favor. The king extended Esther his favorite trophy, which he had in his hand. What's the matter, Queen Esther, he said. And what is your request? Even if you ask for half the kingdom, it shall be granted to you. She had just one request. If it please your majesty, Esther replied, let your majesty and Haman come today to the feast that I have prepared for him. The king commanded, tell Haman to hurry and do what Esther asked. So the king and Haman came to the feast that Esther had prepared. Esther tells the king what she wants. Don't let me die. My people and I are going to be killed. Thereupon King Ahasuerus demanded Queen Esther explain, who is he and where is he who dared to do this? The adversary and enemy, replied Esther, is this evil Haman. And Haman cringed in terror before the queen. Queen Esther Swift turned to him and said for the first time, this is where it came from, it's you are the problem, not me. And Haman, he replied with now very famous words, it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Esther rose and stood before the king. She asked the king to remove the order to attack the Jews, but the king told her that once the king writes an order, no one, not even the king himself, can reverse the law. But he said, I can write a second law that permits the Jews everywhere in my kingdom to prepare to defend themselves and fight for their lives, and anyone who attacks the Jews will know that they are in for a battle. So all the Jews prepared. The Jews enjoyed lightness and gladness and happiness and honor, and in every province and every city, when the king's command and decree arrived, there was gladness and joy among the Jewish people, a feast and a holiday, which is why we say, Hag Sameach, Happy Purim.
Happy.
So now, from now on, we can't say that, right? We're going to keep it quiet. Okay? Our secret. So we'll start to conclude our service. Please rise in body or in spirit as we share in the words of Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tekenu l'aliatzer v'reishit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratot, v'lo samanu kamishpachat adama, shelo sam v'elkeinu kaham, v'gor aleinu kechamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Please be seated. Take a moment to remember our loved ones. We're reminded that we love them best by letting hands touch hands, by letting go of children who need to be free, reminding ourselves that love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of our loved ones is love, we are asked to give that love away. This week, we continue to remember those that we've lost in this past month, Daniel Katz. So too those that we lost at this time in years past, Lillian Altman, Herman Aronson, Esther Burloff, Gertrude Beyer, Stanley Dersch, Dr. Herbert Dutchman, Helen Diamond, Harvey Efron, Isidore Jim Ellison, Sam Fishkind, Molly Frank, Anthony Friedman, Marion Frost, Florence Gottfried, Howard Klein, Irvin Lieberman, Pearl Weiss Marks, Ernie Nog, James Perelman, Elsie Riegel, Selma Schoenfeld, Ethel Kupperman Schultz, William Sillins, Theodore Schneider, Hilda Sobel, Abe Stein, May Sood, Selma Tolchinsky, Donna Yaronka, and Francis Selman Zake. If there are names I mispronounced or names you'd like to add, please share them. We rise in body or spirit once again as we share the words of Mourner's Kaddish, honoring our loved ones. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, b'alma divrach hirutei v'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mivarach le'olam almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudashah b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, huya say shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Having connected with those that we loved and lost, you're invited, if you'd like, to connect with those around you as we bless each other with the words of the priests. May God bless you and keep you. May God's light shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace. Please be seated for a moment as we'll first, let's hear if there are any blessings this week, if people had any big moments they want to share. Alan? 112 months. Still counting the months. That's impressive. Well done. Mazel tov on that. Other blessings this week? Happy birthday, Barbara. And we got a 98 on our test. Elliot, did you get a 99? I didn't hear the first part. Oh, you beat your sister. 8 out of 8. 100 points. Take that, Hannah. Ezra in the back. We're announcing the engagement of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift tonight. So, first congratulation comes from Ezra. And how about if you're, yep, go ahead. Oh, tomorrow's Terry Siegel's birthday.
Yay!
Wonderful.
Happy birthday.
Awesome. All right, last one, Dylan. Good grades on a report card. Well done. All right, so for all the good things that we have going on together, we'll share other stuff later. We're all going to eat dinner together, so you can keep sharing. All right, let's share in our blessing now for being with each other to celebrate good things in our lives, the Shechianu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Youngest grandchild in the National Junior Honor Society. We got to shout out to grandchildren. Wonderful. I want to do a quick shout out for an event that we just confirmed in the last couple of weeks. We have a wonderful artist in residence, musician. He's known for a number of things, but partially for being one of his great strengths is a He writes incredible children's music, both Jewish and secular. I encourage you to Pandora or Spotify or whatever you do in your car. The name is Billy Jonas. If you haven't heard him before, he's got really incredible, very funny, wonderful music that he's going to play with us Friday night and Sunday morning. And then Saturday morning, he is going to do a morning meditation yoga Shabbat for adults. So that's something that he's also an expert in. So mark the date for the weekend of May 3rd to 5th. Join us Friday, Saturday, Sunday, one or all of the above. He's really a wonderful, wonderful guy, and it's a great treat that he was able to make it up here. So let's have all of our people in costume now. If you're in costume, let's start with our kids. Kids who are in costume, stand up. Why don't you come up here? You can hold the challah. Dylan, will you take the challah? Stand in front. Let's have all of our kids in costume stand up and come to the front if they want. Show everybody your costume. Stand in front of the bima. Stand over here. Oh, we are. But I didn't put it in the right order. Oh, stand off the platform, sweetie. Go stand down there, okay? All right, show everybody getting a long line so everybody can see your costumes. Oh, we got our youngest. Shiloh's coming. The youngest costume here. A little bee. He's a little bee with his beekeeper. Up. And the queen bee. Oh, yep. All right, we'll sing together Utsu Eitza.
Utsu etza vetu par. Clap your hands, come on.
Bruda vavelo yakum. Utsu etza vetu par. Bruda vavelo yakum ki Immanuel. Utsu etza vetu par. Bruda vavelo yakum ki Immanuel. Utsu etza vetu par. Bruda vavelo yakum. Utsu etza vetu par. Bruda vavelo yakum ki Immanuel. Utsu etza vetu par. Bruda vavelo yakum ki Immanuel.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom, everybody. We're going to have a
Shabbat
wonderful
shalom.
dinner. We're going to go into the social hall.